Nice tattoo.
Thank you.
What's going on?
What's up?
What, you a rock star?
Kind of. A
You
little
look
bit.
like one.
A little bit. Trying.
Punk rock?
Kind of. A little bit of everything.
Yeah?
Alt rock, punk rock, little metal.
I know my rock and rollers. How you doing, man? What's your name?
I'm Jutes.
Jutes like in Lutz.
Jutes like in Lutz, yeah.
Is that your name,
Like
Lutz?
Jordan Lutz, yeah.
That's your
You got
name?
it. Yeah, you got it.
Not bad. Is this your place?
It is. I actually, this is a frequent for me.
Oh,
it's
yeah?
like a local, it's like the best pizza around.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Canada.
Are you Canadian?
Yeah.
Man, everybody in my
Ottawa,
life.
Canada.
Ottawa.
Yeah. And then Toronto for a bit.
And then Toronto. You have an accent?
I don't think I do because I've been here since 2018, but I probably showed up with a bit of an accent.
Hey, nice to meet you, bro.
Cheers.
All right. What do you got there? Got the vodka?
We got the naughty.
Oh, the naughty. Mm-hmm. Not bad. So how long you on the music scene?
Probably 2016. I probably started in 2016, 2015, 2016. Moved to LA in 2018. Lived on a couch. Kind of like
Did the whole thing?
bounced around the city a little bit and started to figure it out a year or two in. Yeah.
And what was your big break, the first break?
First break was signing a record deal to Capitol Records,
Nice.
which I had $3 in my account when I signed that deal. So that was kept the dream alive.
Right.
But later down the road, it ended up being potentially the dream was going to be over. I wasn't feeling it too much, but I got out of the deal.
You got out of the deal?
Yeah.
And that was a good move?
Lifesaver.
Life-saving. What, you kind of knew that was just a dead end?
I got signed for more hip hop stuff, and then I started making more and more rock music as I was in LA and meeting musicians and whatnot.
Why hip-hop? You don't look like a hip-hop guy.
I used to play basketball. I used to think I was going to the NBA.
Oh,
So
really?
I was really into hip hop then, and I was also making music in my bedroom, so I was basically just going off beats that I found online. I didn't have a bunch of musicians and guitar players and drummers, and then I moved to LA and I was like, this is where everybody is. Now I can make rock.
So you were kind of like a DJ, making beats.
Kinda, just figuring it out.
Were you a musician?
There's been like 10 times in my life where I've told myself I'm gonna learn how to play guitar, and I learned basic chords and then I put the guitar down and never pick it up again. So no, I wouldn't say I'm a musician, just a songwriter and a singer.
Right. So you're a singer.
Yeah, I sing. I can rap a little bit. I try to blend the two. Yeah.
Fuck that horn. Anyways, so you were at Capitol Records, right? And you got out of that deal. But like, what would you recommend for artists today? You think getting a record deal is good? Because there's so many other ways today in that business, in music business. I don't know the music business, but
It's changed. The game has changed quite a bit. I signed prematurely, had no leverage, I had no real momentum, so I didn't sign a great deal. And so I would tell newer artists to build on their own. There's so much you can do on your own, literally, like I said, in my bedroom by myself. And
like
then,
what? What could you do?
I think just like building a fan base and just like going direct to the people. It's not really the days of like signing a deal and the label just like, they're not gonna put millions of dollars into blowing you up anymore. Even, you know, big artists are struggling with labels, kind of just waiting until they get the ball rolling themselves before the label wants to start throwing gas on the fire.
Okay.
So I tell people, I'm just like, get it going yourself.
Right.
And when it gets to a point where you need gas to put on the fire because the fire is already burning, you can sign a deal. Like I'm signed to Position Records right now, and I love it, but I built something before signing with them, and I already had a fan base, and I had a lot of momentum. And
But how did you build it? Like, I mean, how did you like? What did you
like
build?
15 years of eating shit, basically. Trying a lot of stuff. I was rapping. I dabbled in like R&B hip hop for a bit. I dabbled in punk rock. I just kept trying to find myself online.
Writing for yourself or other people?
Originally all for myself until a big DJ named Elenium took a song of mine, and it was on a Grammy-nominated album, and it was like my first cut, and I was like, oh, this is great. So I started writing for other people, and I actually had more success writing for other people than myself. But in the process of that, I kind of like finally started to get my own fan base. I like
see.
found my sound.
So you're writing all these great songs for other artists, but then in the course of it,
I started figuring out who I really am.
You figured out who you were.
Yeah, exactly.
You were kind of like Richard Marx or something.
That's right.
Well, Richard Marx has wrote a lot of great songs.
That's right.
But he's also like a great artist.
Yeah.
Paul Anka.
Yeah.
Who wrote, for Sinatra, all these, which I mean.
A lot of the best do, and so that's why I didn't feel bad about it, because I was like, a lot of legends got their start by,
You writing for them.
Writing for other people, or no, not me. I'm just saying a lot of legends in music wrote for other people, and then it got them in the game.
Right. So that helped you,
Yeah.
and then you found your own voice.
Yeah.
What was that song that was like a
big one for me?
Yeah. What was
it's called Sleepyhead.
Sleepyhead?
Yeah, that was like my breakout song.
And what was that? What was the style of that? Like,
I would say it's like alternative metal meets like indie dark pop.
Okay.
It's a shit show of it's like kind of like all my days of like the hip hop shit up to the rock shit. It's like all of it together.
Oh, I see.
And then that's what works.
It's like a collaboration.
Exactly. With my older
Because I'm trying
self.
to pinpoint you from just looking at you.
Right.
Because you got all the tattoos and stuff, but then you might not be exactly what you look like. Who knows? I don't know.
I would say.
Who would you like compare, like as an artist, what would you sound like? I mean, like, who's
I
out
would
there
say that like
say,
Sleepyhead felt like pulling from Deftones.
Okay.
But then it also had stuff like, there's a band called The Neighborhood that's like more indie pop, dark pop.
Yeah.
So it pulled from like a world that isn't rock at all, and then also like kind of like Deftones is a metal band, but I wouldn't call myself a metal artist.
Yeah.
But it's heavy. It's heavy like that.
Okay.
Heavy and dark.
Heavy and dark.
Yeah.
Who are some of your favorite artists?
I mean, Deftones. My first album I ever got was Chili Peppers record. So I grew up listening to a lot of Chili Peppers. I love Radiohead. I love Smashing Pumpkins. A lot of 90s alternative rock is kind of what raised me.
I've heard of some of the names, but to be honest, I'm not an alternative rock guy.
Right. What about you? What are some of your favorites?
Growing up, I had an older brother who played rock and roll. And I listened to like Hendrix. I listened to Cream, Eric Clapton. I listened to Carlos Santana. I like Santana.
Yep.
But I remember Led Zeppelin. I remember like a lot of old rock that.
That's what my dad raised me on.
Yeah. The Who. I mean, phenomenal rock. I mean, my brother Ralph was like, he played sax and then he played amplifier in a big band. I remember he had a high watt amplifier.
Yeah.
He only would turn it on when my dad left the house.
Nowadays, guitar players walk around with like a little thing that they can press, and it's the same.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm done pulling this thing around to gigs. This thing weighs more than me.
Yeah, he had these high watt amplifiers. He borrowed money from my uncle. And he didn't like that it wasn't distorted.
Right.
I'm like, what the fuck? You just got these high watt amplifiers.
And he wanted to
and now you want to trade him in for used Marshalls.
Yeah.
Because he wanted this distorted sound.
Yeah.
It was so weird. And he had the Les Paul guitar.
It's hilarious, but I get it because I love distorted guitars.
So you understand?
I get it, yeah.
Where have you played, like, live, and where would you like to play? What would be like?
So my last LA show was at the El Rey Theater, which for me was like a bucket list venue because that was actually the first venue I ever went to a show at in LA.
Right.
But I went from playing like the smallest room in LA to selling that out in like less than a year.
What was the smallest room?
It was called the Moroccan, and it's like 200, 250 people, and then the El Rey is like almost 800 or something like that. So it kind of like jumped pretty quickly, but a lot of my bucket list venues are like, I really want to play the Wiltern in LA. I want to play Irving in New York. I want to play Webster in New York.
Yeah, Webster Hall?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's on my bucket list.
So not like the giant places, the more...
I'm trying to check those boxes first. I mean, of course, the Garden is number one.
Yeah.
It's number one always for everybody.
Well, what do you think you shine in better, like a smaller place or someplace? Some artists, like I know, they can get lost in a big arena.
I think that I really love like, cause I'm not a punk band, I think punk bands really thrive and hardcore bands really thrive in like the small rooms. And it doesn't matter about the lights.
But you're not
it's
a punk band.
No, like for me, like the light show and like some of the songs are pretty ethereal and like grand. So for me, I love theaters.
Right.
Because it feels intimate enough. Like when the crowd is too far away from me on stage, I'm still not used to that.
Right.
I'm still used to the crowd being right at the stage. So whenever they are pushed back and behind a barricade, for me, I have to get used to that. I love when they're right up to me. So I love theaters.
How big's your band?
It was just me, a guitar player, and a drummer, but we just added a bass player.
Okay. So it's small.
Yeah.
What have you done like live TV? Any of the big ones? I mean,
I just did Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, cool.
Which came right after my tour ended. We finished our tour and then pretty much a couple days later hit a flight to New York and did Jimmy Fallon, which was TV debut.
What was that like?
It was nerve-wracking, but I think because I was just touring, like being on stage every night on tour, like your nerves can handle more because you're just like rinse and repeat. So I had been playing this song every show and I was sound checking with it to practice extra.
What was the song?
It's called It Takes Two.
It Takes Two?
Yeah. So I felt ready for it.
You did it on Fallon?
I did it on Fallon.
How'd it go?
Yeah. It went great. Yeah, we kind of nailed it.
I could watch it on YouTube?
Yeah.
I'll check that out. It Takes Two.
Yeah. I was worried. I was like, this is kind of, we get one shot.
Yeah, you don't want to blow it.
Then I'm an idiot.
I know. It was like the first time years ago, I was on a TV show and I got on David Letterman, and I think the first time it was like for 5 minutes or some shit. And you know, it was such pressure because people were like, you're funny, don't worry. But man, I came out and he did dig me, but it was so short. But he was like, I like him. I'm going to have him back.
Nice.
And I was like, you know, like, oh man, I was like.
Because you never get that first one again.
Yeah, because you know, with somebody like that, he was already like the major leagues. I mean, it was like,
doesn't get bigger.
Yeah, it wasn't like Conan or it was like, I was like, I don't want to blow, I don't want to
top of the top.
Yeah, like so. For right now, Jimmy Fallon is probably, you know, for this generation.
Yeah.
One of
the guy.
Yeah, so I'm glad you killed it.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I was really happy. It was.
Was he happy? He likes music.
He likes rock music too.
Likes to sing.
He came in to the dressing room before we went on and was like, "Heard you guys are gonna make some noise today." Like he was excited to have some heavier rock stuff on the show because I don't think they have a lot.
Did you get to rehearse?
We did a sound check.
Sound check.
Yeah. And there was actually a little technical difficulty, so my anxiety was kind of spiking during sound check. I was like, oh, this sounds crazy in my ears. And then we fixed it, and then I was like, okay, we're going to be all right.
What about the Roots? Did you hang with them?
Sadly, I did not.
No.
Jimmy came to my dressing room and said hello, and we took pictures and whatnot, but I never got... It was like so... There was so many moving parts that it was like, as soon as we were done, it was like, get your stuff. Everyone has to move. Like it's crazy to see how dialed these people are. Like they do.
How'd he bring you out? Like how'd he bring you out? Like, hey, was this?
He was holding my last album, Dilworth, which actually had the album cover is a picture of my mom when she was a little kid.
Oh, nice.
So I told her, like, we both got on TV together at the first time. He's holding a picture of my mom in the camera. Yeah, and it pans to me. So that felt really special.
Yeah.
And she was like, this is so weird. Like, she's still living in Canada. Like, she was like, this is crazy.
Who, your mom?
Yeah.
It was just a photo of you and her?
It was a photo of her as a little kid.
As a little kid. Wow, was she a singer?
No, it was just like this Polaroid that I found in a shoebox like one Christmas that I was visiting, and I was like, this photo is incredible. I need to keep this for something.
Was it one of these like old Polaroids?
Yeah,
from
the
those
50s.
Fantastic.
Yeah. It just had something about it. I was like, this is perfect.
It was special, right?
Yeah. It was incredible.
I used to have one of those cameras.
Yeah.
With the lights on it.
Yeah.
Fucking pull the thing out.
I mean, there's nothing better.
I know. It was like a big deal. Like if somebody had a Polaroid, it was like, you got a Polaroid?
Yeah.
That's like, things like years ago meant something.
You
like
would
today,
keep it, yeah.
Yeah, like today, you know, this shit, nothing means anything.
Right.
But like back then, like, you know, if you had color TV, it was a big deal.
Big deal, yeah.
I was like, color TV?
Yeah.
What the fuck, man? So what do you got coming up?
What do I have coming up? I'm writing another album right now. My song "It Takes Two" that I played on Fallon is on the radio.
It's on YouTube?
It's on YouTube. It's on alternative radio. It's like, I think it's approaching top 20 on alternative radio.
You got something local coming soon? Maybe I could check you out.
Not local. I'm actually going to Europe to
Europe.
tour in Europe. I've never even been to Europe on vacation, so it'll be my first time ever going to
Where
Europe.
you going? Where you touring?
I got 4 shows in the UK. I got like 4 or 5 shows in Germany. I'm playing Milan. I'm playing,
Italy?
I'm playing Paris. I'm playing.
Wow. So who's paying for
Belgium.
that?
Me.
You?
Yeah. I tour out of pocket. Everything is out
You're
of pocket.
kidding.
So
But you make money, right?
I've just started to. Yeah. For a long time, I wasn't touring because I couldn't.
But you got to
afford
sell tickets, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
and merch.
you got to promote. You
Yeah.
got a promoter.
Yeah.
And then the merch.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
You
very
married?
I'm very grateful. Yeah, I'm married.
You married?
Yeah.
You look young.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean.
I'm like mid-30s, so.
That's all right. You're young. I was just telling somebody today, the 30s were like the prime of my life.
Yeah, that's what I
Like
hear.
everything, like I was on a TV
I feel
show.
like I'm in my prime. I feel better
Yeah, you
than
look
in my
like
20s.
you're in your prime.
Yeah.
That's when I met the love of my life. Like a lot of shit. Like there was a period I was just telling a friend of my son's today. I said, I just looked perfect.
Yeah.
I was like, I wish I could have froze that look.
Right.
Because when I was young, I was starving for weight and this and that.
Yeah.
But there was one period where I was like, what
Everything
the
just
fuck?
lined up.
Yeah, I look, and I was like, what? It's gone now. But you know, it's all right. Listen, man, you seem like a good dude.
Thank you.
It was great to meet you. Great to break bread with you.
Yes, sir.
But you know, if you got a show coming up, maybe slide me a little.
You know I got
I'd
you.
like to check you out.
You know I got you.
Takes 2.
Yeah.
All right, man. I know you got something. I can tell.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much.